Paul Ryder, welcome back to Derby. It's been a while since you've been here, I think, but we're looking forward to seeing you as Shylock in The Merchant of Venice.
Yes, that's right. 12 years since I've last worked in Derby, and first thing I did when I got back was have a good look around, and I have to say it's come on a lot, Derby. I was really impressed with the Westfield Shopping Centre, and no, I'm very glad to be back. I have very, very fond memories of the last time I worked here.
You enjoyed being at Derby Playhouse, as it was then, in the shows that you did back in the 1990s?
I did, yeah. I just felt it was a very exciting time. The artistic director at that point was Mark Clement, who I did a number of shows for, and we had a really good time. We did a very interesting co-production of The Rivals, which consisted of half a British cast and half an American cast. We rehearsed in Derby, and then we played here for I think about a month, and then we were lucky enough to go to Philadelphia, and we played a theatre there for 6 or 7 weeks. And so yeah, that was a real highlight of my career, being involved in that.
And now you're back in Derby with a wonderful role, one of the great Shakespeare roles, Shylock.
Absolutely fantastic, yes. And I think you're always, a little surprised when you get asked to do certain roles. You start to think, really, what do they see in me that makes them think I could do that? But as soon as I started mentioning it to people I know in the business and friends that I've been asked to do Shylock, they were saying, that's a part for you. So I was convinced quite quickly, and yeah, it's a wonderful part, and with all of those big Shakespearean parts, you can't help but think about the performances that have gone before you, and that you're just another person trying to interpret one of the great Shakespearean roles.
You've been performing at the Globe Theatre, which is that great home of Shakespeare now in London, and so what's the secret of a good piece of Shakespeare for modern audiences?
Well, I think one of the things you learn when you work a space like the Globe, and for those people who are perhaps viewing this who haven't been to the Globe, it's a wooden stage, it's an open air theatre, and you have very few pieces of scenery. All the focus would go on to costume. There's no stage lighting, for instance. There's no sound effects. It would only be live music sound. So the focus comes back upon you, the actor, and the word. And for me, what you quite quickly learn is that you have to be very clear. You have to understand what you're saying, and you hope to communicate that immediately to the audience, who are literally there. I mean, you have up to 700 groundlings, people who stand at the Globe, all paying £5 a time, which I think one of the best deals in theatre, really. So you have to make a very, very immediate contact with your audience. So you learn that to achieve that, you've got to know what you're saying, say it clearly, and basically look the audience member in the eye. So we can't quite do that at Derby because it's a different experience. We will have lighting and set, but those basic principles of understanding what you're saying and communicating it are extremely valid. And I have to say, our director, Pete Meakin, we're now coming towards the first week of rehearsal that I'm speaking to you in, and he's been brilliant at making everybody understand exactly what's being said, and where to place the emphasis in the sentence, and everybody's very excited that they feel they're involved in something that's going to be very, very strong.
You've been lucky enough to do Hamlet, Shylock, right up there with Hamlet as one of these Shakespeare roles to get your teeth into.
Yes, I think so. I mean, that's one of the joys of being an actor. I mean, I played Hamlet, I suppose, when I was in my early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, and that was terribly exciting, and a great freedom about that role. Hamlet very much sets the tone for each production, and then as I've got a bit older, I've done other parts that I've been excited by, but then you get to a real biggie like Shylock, and you try to bring what you've learned throughout your life, where you are in your life as well, and bring that to bear in your performance. So I'm very excited, and I'm thrilled to be playing the part.
Look forward to seeing you out to Derby Theatre throughout most of February. Paul Ryder, thank you very much.
Thank you.